I think it changes fairly significantly in the era, because if you think about what marketers end up doing day to day, they start with, coming up with their creative assets and things of that nature. The marketer still has to be super focused on what the brand stands for. So the core definition of what the brand is, how it should feel, what it isn't, what are the values it stands for, the core aesthetics of the brand, all of that still remains very much in the purview of the marketer and their own creativity and how it fits in the regions that they operate in, with the economic and political climate that they're operating in. All of that is still very much the marketer's job. But then from there, if you want to scale all of these things and you want to create assets and you want to understand which does better and which does not do as well, and you want to have like 10 different 100 different variations, 1,000 different variations, I think the asset creation tools can help the marketers a great deal. And so it's both in the scaling, but also, it used to be the case that having high quality assets there's a very high barrier because of the equipment needed, because of the people needed. And so especially for smaller businesses, I think you're reducing the entry point for them to have high quality assets right off the bat. And so that's a big change. And then if you go to the next step, which is around running the campaigns and figuring out media and all of that, again, AI is really focusing on the foundations for measurement becomes even more critical, because a lot of the heavy lifting in campaign management and how to run campaigns is automated and is being done by AI. Like we've talked about Performance Max and AI Max all this morning. But then the job of the marketer then becomes not to worry so much about the exact configuration of the campaign, but rather on the foundations of data, so that we can have the right measurement in place and be able to run these engines in the most optimal fashion. So it sort of changes at every step of the way.